I want to know about Harry and Meghan because they are in the United Kingdom right now. Harry went to Balmoral by himself without Meghan, but then, of course, William invited Harry and Meghan to walk with him and Kate and see the flowers outside of Windsor and all that. And it was a nice gesture because William has been kind of pissed at his brother for a while, ever since that Oprah Winfrey interview. And so he reached out to him and invited him to do like the walk to see the flowers. I guess my question is like, what are Harry's feelings towards his family right now? Because he seemed to be not too keen on them for a while.
Well, he's been brainwashed by Meghan Markle.
Well, yeah.
She has his balls in her purse. Essentially, my feeling is that he's just a really heavy drinker, and when you just care about booze, you're like, all right, what do I have to do? I just need a drink. All right, do this? Okay, I'll do this. All right, fine, as long as I get a drink. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's my feeling about the whole thing. He looks like a drunk to me, quite frankly. What's the question again?
How does Harry currently feel about his family?
His the royal family.
The royal family.
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
It's interesting. I definitely think that the honeymoon phase, I think, between him and Meghan are over. I mean, I'm guessing with her and her ego that like 2 weeks would probably do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure she's amazing in bed. I will give her that. I think that she's probably outrageous.
Well, they do have 2 kids, so
they have 2 now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that she's probably amazing in bed. And she's obviously beautiful. But in terms of his feelings about the royal family with 4 of Swords, you know, they're in a protective little nook in his brain. It's almost like, well, I can't deal with this now, but this needs to percolate. This needs to sort of settle. So he's thinking about it and it's on the back burner. But what's interesting is there is harmonious change here and there is balance and fluctuation. So if he wasn't so keen on the royal family in that Oprah Winfrey interview, according to this, there's definitely change and fluctuations with that. And then we get King of Pentacles. In terms of feelings, you know, this is about, you know, stability, groundedness, wealth, a situation that can last far into the future. And I think that he's definitely looking toward the future, perhaps with or without Meghan, most likely with. Yeah, I think that his feelings are improving. And I think that it's almost like one of those things like, okay, well, I did this. And now I'm like, was I sure about that? Like, was that a really good thing to do? And then you just put it in the back burner because you can't deal with it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I get. I think I think he's regretting going on national television, smearing the royal family, is my guess, and letting his wife do so.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out then, because he's got a memoir coming out in not too long, and the speculation. Oh yeah, and the speculation is that he has not been good to the royal family in his memoir.
Huh. I can't. I mean, it's so whitewashed. His memoir, like it's useless to read something like that. It's like not going to be true. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all going to be a branded, like it's going to be like a brand guide is what it's going to be. There's nothing going to be like juicy that it's all about the pretense is my guess, like useless waste of ink. But it will be interesting nonetheless.
I guess we'll find out. Now I want to ask the opposite question, because it's actually been William who has been pretty pissed at Harry for a while. Like, Charles made several gestures to Harry to try to, like, make amends after that fucking Oprah Winfrey interview, but William has been pissed this entire time. How does William currently feel about Harry?
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. Huh. Well, I think that there's obviously been some big changes as of late, and they probably have been in communications. With the Valor card in terms of feelings in terms of the Seven of Wands, I would say that he's taking a stand in regard to him. Like, I think that he feels like he needs to like unconditionally assert himself. He is still the older brother, right?
And the heir to the throne, next in line to the
throne, right? So I do think that he's feeling is like he needs to be the heavy and be like, no, this needs to happen. Like, this is like the my way or the highway card, like no compromises. So I think he feels like he needs to do that. And obviously he does, because Harry's with a Leo, Meghan, who is going to, again, keep Harry's balls in her purse and control freak whatever she wants. Obviously she already has. So William needs to do this in order to compete against Meghan. It's like, you need to. If you got to fight fire with fire. But then you get this. So I think his feelings are much better. My guess is that Harry's probably been bitching to his brother about his narcissistic
about his wife.
Wife, Meghan, is my guess.
All right.
William couldn't be more pleased. It does look like those two are really, really madly in love. Not Harry and Meghan so much as William and Kate, right?
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I think William and Kate are like fine. I think they're fine.
Peanut butter and chocolate. They look like two peas in a pod. That's what it seems like anyway.
Well, my next question was going to be about how Kate feels about Meghan, but maybe we'll put that on the back burner for just a second. How does Harry currently feel about Meghan?
That's going to be interesting, yeah. I can only imagine what a nightmare she is. I can only imagine. Like, no wonder he drinks. No wonder.
I mean, I think he was probably drinking beforehand.
I was going to say, yeah, that's true. So how does Harry feel about Meghan currently, right?
Yes. How does Harry currently feel about Meghan?
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
This is going to be good. Interesting. So with a magician, he sees her and, there's somebody who wants her way and gets it, which clearly she is. I mean, we can say what we want about her, but she is a magician. Like, she wore a crown when she was a child and pretended to be a princess. Like, that's what she wanted. Even her career in Hollywood. I mean, that just doesn't happen. It's like her role that she had in Suits, like 99% of the world would love to have done what she did and can't do it. So I think that with the Empress, I think that he probably sees her as an amazing mom. And there's definitely a lot of love there, but we get 10 of Swords.
Oh,
so I think, yeah. But with these two positive cards, I think it's a mixed bag. It could be a matter of like, well, she's a great mom, she's great in bed, but chick is nuts. Or, something along those lines. But there is some kind of like hope, I think, in terms, like, okay, the way I get it is like there are different fractions in a relationship. Like in a relationship, okay, the person's really good in bed, they're really good to talk to, they're smart, they can give you ideas, they can have your back, right? So there's all these different facets that make a relationship strong. And obviously, there are going to be some that are stronger than others. You might have an amazing physical connection with somebody and you can't like stop touching them. And other people, you might have a really strong emotional connection, and other people you can't, they're like as stupid as a box of hammers, right? So I think that something in terms of what he felt about her or wanted for her, that ship has sailed. Like, that is not going to happen. So there's something that I think that he had wanted from her that he's realizing she can't do that. She's not this type of person. She's capable of this. That being said, I think that he knows not to cross her. And I think that he also knows that she's probably a really good mom. And great manifester. I mean, yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing.
All right. Last question before we move into our super chats. How does Kate feel about Meghan? Because Meghan apparently made Kate cry at some point surrounding the wedding. Yes.
Yeah, I read that. Well, Kate's a Capricorn and Meghan's a Leo. And Capricorn and Leo typically
I bet they hate each other.
they don't get along well, Capricorn, because they both want to be the boss,
Kate-
right? And they
Kate
both have
never
a
struck me
superiority
as a
complex.
Well, Kate never struck me as a Capricorn, so that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
And I think she needs to put on some weight. Last time I saw her, she looked like
she's so like skinny,
way too thin,
skinny.
way too thin.
But she looks great in everything.
Sorry,
she looks great in everything.
Let's see here. So yeah, how does Kate feel about Meghan?
Yes.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. So I think that with the King of Wands, you know, it's so much about illusion, right? And the King of Wands is a visionary, right? So it's sort of like the illusion or the perception, like that we're trying to like convey, that needs to be the reality. So I think that she's sort of given herself up to that. I think there is harmonious change, but there is with Two of Swords that like sense of like, I can't stand you, but I'm going to put my feelings aside and do what I need to do. Do you know what I mean? Like this is, you know, a stifling of her natural response. So I don't think that she likes her at all. But I think that Kate, again, is a Capricorn. And if you're going to be in the royal family, like obviously, I think William made sure that he chose a woman who knows her place and knows how
Katie.
Sorry?
She was called Weighty Katie because she had to wait for so long.
Oh, yeah. And I think William knew well enough to choose her because she's somebody who knows her place and knows how to stay in it, is what you're supposed to do. I mean, that is very English mentality. So, yeah, I think that, yeah, I don't think that they can stand each other. And I'm sure that Meghan's to blame. Yeah.